Hey everyone, today's my birthday. I'm currently 28 years old. I'm another year older. I want to thank all of you in advance for wishing me a happy birthday. I do appreciate that, all of you are fantastic. But I also want to talk about Three Kingdoms Total War. It's also meant to be an update video about what I need to do for Three Kingdoms and what I might need to do for future series. One thing that I will concede to is that it's really difficult to edit consistently for daily content for 2 Let's Plays. 1 at a time, like for the Knights of Origo, completely fine. But 2 series is quite a bit, especially because each video is quite long. So I've got a few options here. And before I go over the options, I would ask you to listen to this part too before you give me any type of comment. That way you can make a better informed comment about what you think, because I do value what all of you think. And if you're a sub of this channel or you're new, just know I usually crowdsource information from all of you wanting to know what you think, because sure, I'll do what I enjoy, but it helps me to know what all of you enjoy too. I'm not just doing this for me, I'm doing it for all of you as well. So it takes quite a bit of time to put out any one video. What do I do in the very beginning? I play the game, all right? I go through it, I play the battles on my own. Then I save that replay and I keep on going. Then whenever I'm done with that episode, I go back and I play through all of the replays, like part 16 of the Lubu campaign, 4 battles total. So let's say each battle is 10 minutes long. They're usually not all that long, but some are even longer than that, like 20 or even more. And each one would be 10 minutes long for my example here. 40 extra minutes. So not only do I play the game once where it's already about 40 to 60 or even more in terms of length, I also have to go back and like replay those parts, which I don't mind doing because I think it's very cool to be able to calmly explain to you what my thoughts were, what's going on, and to also provide really cool cinematic shots, which I love doing. I love zooming in. When I play live, I've got to go into slow motion if I ever want to zoom in. I don't have to do that in order to win and play well, but I wouldn't be able to show you cool shots, which is a very important part of the game, at least in my view, because why else have a gorgeous looking game if you're not going to truly enjoy it? I'm not a competitive multiplayer type of guy. So I like to, get my little story shots in and all of that. Now, with that extra 40 minutes, I then have to edit it. After that, I have to put together my recap, meaning that that's a lot of extra time having to edit out things so that you're not seeing any type of loading screen or any type of wait or whatever. And then it'll take me about 30 or so to put together my recap. I'll write a brief little script. I will then edit the videos together. I'll add the nice little quotes, which I love doing because I have the Art of War in my room. And I've just been reading through it, and so I just highlight little quotes that I like, that I want to share with all of you that I think would be cool to share, and especially if they're indicative to what might happen in that part, because a lot of it does link up very, very well, and it's very cool. Then I have to render the video, and that's hoping that everything went fine. Sometimes files desync, meaning that the audio does not match up with what you're seeing on the screen. And due to my recording software, I don't really know when that is going to happen or not. It drives me insane, trust me. But then what I do, I render the video, which means that it's having to output it into a file format of my choosing. I have raw data that I have edited. Now I've got to render it together. Then after that, what goes on is that it takes about an hour or more. Then once it's done, I have to come back. Then I have to upload it. Uploading can take anywhere from like 20 to 30 to 40 minutes. After that, it's got to process. If you've ever seen on my channel or any other channel a video that begins at 360p, just know it's processing. It's not quite there. It doesn't upload and then immediately goes right to 1080p. That takes time. So now I wait for it to go to 1080p before I put it out. And that could take a long time. That could take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 to 3 hours if YouTube's being really, really weird. And that's hoping that there's no bugs to where it gets stuck at 360p, which has happened and does happen to people from time to time. So that's only for one video. Then I have to do it for another video after that. One Let's Play, I can absolutely do it. Like when I was doing the Knights of Origo, completely fine. And if you want to know why we're putting that on hiatus for right now, it's because I can't do 3 series at a time in the same format. It's literally impossible. I haven't slept a lot. I've been working very hard on my channel, and I've been trying to do my best to be consistent because I want to start finishing every series I can. I've been backing up my mods so things won't crash my saves and just a whole bunch of stuff. And right now I cannot afford a second PC. When I can, it'll change up the game completely. Then maybe I can do what I want to do with my channel all the time at a pace that I deem suitable. With my second PC, I would use it to render and edit. That way, while it's busy trying to render things up, I can then go back to my desk and begin recording more for the next part, meaning that I don't need to wait. Because at that point, when I have to wait, I just have to twiddle my thumbs, which is god awful. I don't like to do that. So those are my kind of like things that I have to do. All right. Now that really comes down to what I have to talk about now, and I do apologize for that very long wait, but I now need to go over what's been very important for me to really decide upon, and that is how to balance my own personal life with my work life too. So what I might do for right now for Three Kingdoms until I can afford a new PC, which with bills that will take some time as I do have to pinch my pennies. It's hard enough to keep my PC up to date. My PC's a little bit out of date outside of having a really good GPU, which was given to me as a gift from a friend, and that's really it. So I think I might need to not do post commentary for every single battle. If I'm trying to catch up that day, then I might not do any post comms at all. I will still do the intro recap because I find it to be very handy for people who might have missed a few parts or who want to know what is going on. And if there is more information that you need from those, let me know and I'll be sure to add that in. I do enjoy actual good feedback. Okay, the other option is a hybrid, where for more minor battles, I go on and I play those out live. But for major battles, I do those in post comms because major battles are a little bit more rare. And I think those are more important to cover. But if it's like a garrison battle, whatever, man. But if it's one of our heroes fighting some epic fight, then yeah, I want to show that off in a more cinematic way. And I want to be able to calmly go over everything that I did tactically. And I think that's very good for teaching. I think that's a very good viewing experience. But these are my thoughts. My thoughts are only one part of this equation. You make up the other half. So after hearing all of that, and I don't really know how long this video is right now, let me know what you think. And I really want to hear from those of you who also do not comment very much. I do read all of your comments every day. I take my time to do so every single day. And I just want to know what all of you want. And I will find a way to make it work. Even if it's not what I directly want in terms of a workflow, I'll do my best to find a way to make it work, or I'll find a suitable compromise. What this relationship of viewer and YouTuber is all about is communication. It's a very interactive experience where you're not just sitting there watching it, you're interacting with me if you choose to do so. And how much you want to do so is up to you, but I do respond. I do have my Discord where I type on there every single day trying to interact with people. And that's only a small amount of people who actually, you know, commit to being involved with our overall community. But if you choose to do so, man, I'm there. And I just want to say that I appreciate all of you who have subbed, who have viewed, who have kept up with me. I love what I do, and I'm very glad that we can have this type of open dialogue. And now I'm gonna go record. It's my birthday. It's currently 1 a.m. But I did take it easy on June 2nd. I took it easy that day. I got 2 videos out, but I need to get at least 2 Satsao videos out today so that I can have our numbers matching up. I'm 1 behind because I had, oh my God, what killed me, what absolutely murdered me. I was having technical problems out the ass and there was like nothing that I could do. Look, I changed up my software to record with. I had more bugs. I was doing so much, and don't get me, look, if any of you use Adobe Premiere, you know the problems that you can have with that software. And so I just had to go in and delete everything. And after that, it was like, okay, now it works again. So there's like some stuff that I need to learn on how to make sure it doesn't bug out. Like I carefully have to name every single file. I can't just name them all part 1, even though they're from different folders, because sometimes Adobe will read audio from some other file named part 1, so I have to carefully name stuff. It's just, oh man, it is a trip. But last update, Knights of Origo will be out after we finish up Three Kingdoms. I'm only going to do one Three Kingdoms campaign after that. Then I will do my Knights of Origo. We will go back, and because it's such a story-based game, I will also say doing story narrative-based gameplay is much easier for Warhammer, because every race is completely different. Every faction is completely different in that game. It's easy to tell a story and to also point out what is going on. In Three Kingdoms, or probably any type of historical time period, it's going to be much more challenging. I could still do it, but it's certainly not as visually spectacular, because I mean, some of those Warhammer 2 fights, man, they're insane. They're also much smaller maps, and there's like a lot less going on the campaign map, whereas Three Kingdoms is just as much about the campaign map as it is about you know, the actual fights. Warhammer is very much, to me, the campaign map is a means to an end. It's all about getting to those fights. I mean, I can't really be convinced otherwise, because when you compare the actual campaign map of Three Kingdoms to Warhammer, night and day, it's insane. So do we still love Warhammer? Do I? Absolutely, but it's a completely different game. It's like saying, hey Matt, do you like fish or chicken? I like them both. They're just two different meals, and I like them for different reasons. So, you know, that's it. I got all my stuff out of the way. I hope that I was able to inform all of you, and I hope this was rather informational. I'm gonna drink coffee now and get ready to start recording some Satsao, which will be out later on today. All right, later folks. I'm 28, getting old. Love it.